a.m. I'm calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks, Matari, and Duncan. And these are deliberations, so we will not be taking public testimony today. Are there changes to the agenda?
Nope.
All right. Conflicts of interest?
Nope.
All right. One action item is the Coeur d'Alene Reservation rezoning issue. So I don't know if we need any introduction or we just can start chatting amongst the three of us.
I'm good if everyone else is good.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Who would like to start? Bill?
Well, I thought from the beginning that it's kind of hard to say no to the tribe, just on the grounds that they've earned it. But at the same time, a lot of people's lives would be disrupted at this point if it was just a straight, yes, we'll rezone. So I'd like to have a period of about 90 days when landowners down there can opt out. But if they miss that opt-out in 90 days, that's all there is. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay.
This is one of those situations where I certainly don't think that the county should force people to change the zoning on their land, not simply just by making a decision up here. If we had a comp plan that suggested that, then that might be a different situation, because the comp plan would be the voice of the community speaking about what they wanted to see within the community. In this particular situation, I'm of the opinion that people should be given the opportunity to opt out of this, but give them a little more time, upwards of 180 days and not 90. So that there's plenty of time for people, that the word can get out. And then we'd also talked about the community development, developing some temporary measures with those who do opt out until we can get more data on the the water situation. If it turns out that there's plenty of water and it's not an issue, then it's not an issue. However, if it is an issue, which we know it is in the Palouse in general, then we should develop policies that are geared towards protecting the people who do live there, if that is the case, and only if we have good information. So that's kind of where my head is with it.
I think that I would probably prefer an opt-in situation. I think that it makes better neighbors for the tribe. The tribe is, from what I've been told, still working with neighbors to try to get more people to agree to the zone change. And so I would favor an opt-in situation. And then as the tribe gets more property owners on board, we could handle those in, just one hearing for 15 homeowners or however many they do that. And I know that we're working on the Planning and Zoning Commission's working on the 10 acre issue that will come before us as well. So I look forward to doing that. But if nobody agrees with the opt-in situation, then I would definitely prefer the 180 days over the 90 days.
How would that work with the opt-in?
So right now we have a segment of property owners who have already said yes, they're in favor of it, and so that plus the zone, all the tribal owned land, plus all the people who have come now said that they favor the opt-in, so they're ready to do that. And so then the people who have obviously there's people who said that they are not interested in it, and then there's also people who, even though we've sent out several notifications, they just don't know they're not aware of what's going on. And so that's why I would prefer to protect that part of it and just say, if you are on board, opt in, and then as more and more people come forward, working with the tribe, then we can handle them together as well.
Yeah, and that's always my concern too, is on the notification. But we send the property tax notices out, and they're not the same every year. So it's not an auto pay. It's they do get those. So I'm comfortable with the idea of opting out with respect to that, as long as there's sufficient time for people. That's what I think is most important, so that they're at least well aware of it. It should be simple. And the other thing too is that my hope is that the tribe will, work with the community on future development and provide a pathway for people as well. I think that's real important too, that there's some give and take in that sense. So
Looks like you're the tiebreaker.
Huh?
It looks like you're the tiebreaker.
Well, I can opt in and opt out. No, I would, if we're going to do that, I think Bruce's idea with 180 days opt out, really notified, so there's no, if you live in that area, you get sick of hearing about it. Something like Medicaid today, The county can't be shy.
Is there a motion? Oh, David?
Commissioners, we could use our consultant, Taryn Hecker, do our webpage update, and even do another postcard notice and give everyone that statement, 180 days, we need to hear from you if you're opting out or not. And then we could develop a running tabulation of all those properties and bring it back to you.
And I would start it running on the 1st of January.
the 180-day time period?
Yeah.
So June 30th, roughly.
Sure.
Yeah. And that it's very easy, that, just as long as they give us some form of notice.
Yeah, anything would do.
Yeah,
It
that,
could be an email response or a,
yes. Just going down to the office and just saying,
Just-
opt me out,
Right.
here's my name, and
phone call. We could keep a running list of
Yeah. And then
AIN numbers.
hopefully neighbors who are already very well aware of the situation would reach out to their neighbors to make sure that they are well aware of the situation.
Right.
And then that way we can spread the word on two levels.
I would appreciate getting updates,
Uh,
maybe at
Sure.
30, if you're gonna mail out a postcard, when do you think you could mail that out by?
Couple of weeks, week.
By the end of the year?
Sure.
So
Easily.
30, 60, well, actually, probably 60, 120. And right before the 180 day, because I trust that if we wanted to, we could extend that 180 days if we decided to,
Yeah, you could.
if there was an issue.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, motion?
I move that we approve the CDA tribal reservation rezone to agricultural with a 180-day opt-out for landowners that would end on June 30th, 2024.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Nay. But I am very happy that my co-commissioners are allowing the extra notification and all of that. So that's great. All right, with that, this is surprisingly a short meeting. 10:09, meeting adjourned.